All right, let's get into this market recap for this Tuesday. So let's go ahead and take a look at price action here on the 15. And you can see that really we had dropped down through the evening and yesterday's price action. And then we kind of started to come into just a sideways price action throughout this Tuesday. Usually Tuesday has a little bit better energy. We are holding nicely here on these key levels. You can see that as we open, we had a breakout trigger up here on the green and a breakdown trigger here on the purple. Now there was, if you go and look today, that's one thing nice about running the Kabroda Trading Battle Box is if you're running your daily market review, one thing it does is go out and pull out news, and it kind of shows you mainly data like CPI data, basically reports and stuff that are going on that skew the market. Now we did show in the morning that everything was showing continued rollover here during the time. You could see this pressure that was coming down and creating more of a breakdown pressure. But then news actually came out, and we started to run back up. And on the lower time frames, if we're down in the 5-minute, you can see how we traded right here in this time zone. We're going back up to this 200. Now, what you wanted to see was this to break out, and it did actually start to break out above. But when the 200 or the 21 started to come up and touch into it, it started to break on back down. Obviously, if you were going to build a trade on here and take this breakout area, it's not necessarily a bad trade. You would have used your support levels through here. So you could have marked the charts. You could have even marked it all the way down here and then said, hey, you're going to start taking out, backtest this candle or this point of control from the last 24 hours. And that wouldn't have been a bad option. The one thing that I want to point out here is you see quite a bit is this 200 coming down right through here is showing bearish. It's going down. It hasn't rotated and started to go back up. So now if it starts to go into a rotation and it starts to get back above, that's a lot stronger sign for it to break it out. But you can see it's pushing down. So a lot of times you'll see this behavior, this breakout, and then have a backtest and a breakdown. So if I was going to take a trade here, like I showed here, what I want to do is I want to see the confirmation of this move up. And I want to see this run up and break out. I don't mind that, but I want to see that this 21 now is really going to cross through and really going to get some continued price action. And this is where it's hard to be patient, but your reason is because this 200 now is coming down into your 21, which a lot of times you'll see a breakdown. This could have broke down, came back up, and start to consolidate down through here, and then we could have got a breakout as well. But even throughout the day, you can see that this has continued to go down, and now we're starting to show more flattening in this behavior, and now we're starting to roll back around. And this is all the way out into the evening hours, though. It's about 9:41 in the evening as you're seeing this start to play out as this is rolling back over. So this could be creating some strength here. Obviously, this is in the evening hours, but you could see this start to come back around. This could start to build more momentum and start to go back up, and then you can see a breakout here. Now let's trade in the 5-minute and take a look at the price action on the 5-minute to continue to read it. But the 15, now you do have that same behavior, right? You have the 15 come up and it's trying to roll back over the top here. Your longer time frames, you do always want to go out and take a look at those. Throughout the day, so far, the 1 hour has slowly just kind of built up. It did cross here, but we haven't got back up into bullish territory. This started to rotate, but same thing, hasn't got up into that strength. So this could come down here and test these lower areas before we start to get a roll. And then on your 4 hour, it is actually, as of right now, this is still coming down, but your histogram is starting to roll. Your 4 hour is starting to put a little bit of pressure here on the upside. The RSI hasn't returned yet, neither has really the MACD. So I would be careful, and we'll have to see. Obviously, this is evening hours. You do have your 21 sitting up here, and it is kind of flat. So price action could stay in this area, come up and test, upwards in these areas, somewhere in here or somewhere up on the 21. And then this could actually get your breakdown. So that is a possibility and something to watch. And then this would come back up and top back out like you saw back here. So we'll have to kind of watch how price action is kind of playing in different time frames. And this is a great way to kind of look at everything, so that way you can get a better structure when you're looking at taking the lower time frames. And a lot of people ask during this time, here in the 5-minute, hey, why is it just kind of up and down and up and a little bit down, and overall it hasn't really broke structure on either side. It snapped out, snapped down, but really it's just kind of floated in here. That's because of longer time frames, like I was just showing you. You can see that there's confliction between the two. The 1 hour now is starting to roll over. The 4 hour says it could go up. There's indicators now are kind of 50-50. This is a lot of times that's what you're looking for, is you want to start backing away and waiting for the smoke to clear in the space. And the Kabroda Battle, or the Kabroda Trading Battle Box on the GPT, the AI system. That we kind of look at that as your lighthouse, if you will. You're in here steering the ship. It's a lot of noise, and you want that lighthouse, if you will, that's going to tell you to stay away from the rocks, to be careful. And that's exactly what those daily market reports are doing. They're kind of setting key levels and keeping you in a safe zone. And it is looking at the bigger time frames and setting these parameters as well. And it always is watching that kind of stuff as you start to go forward. So as you're communicating with the battle box, it will ask for, maybe if it's been maybe 2 or 3 hours since you have looked at the 15-minute, and then you want to take a look at the 15-minute, you take a screenshot, you send it through the AI. It'll ask you pretty quick of saying, hey, it's been a little bit, let's relook at this 4 hour and 1 hour again. Make sure that the structure and the indicators still are showing the direction to make sure we're safe and we're not going to get wrecked at all. So this is kind of your weather report, so you can make sound decisions whether you're going to want to go out on the beach or stay inside and just play safe and stay away from the storm. So this would be considered kind of that stormy, choppy weather right now. It's not clear sky, so you just want to be careful when you take trades. So that is about it for just kind of looking at stuff. There wasn't a lot of trading or a lot of options to take advantage of trades. If you were going to trade in the 5-minute, you could have traded up against that 200 here, but you can see there's just a lot of kind of back and forth through this area, and yet we still haven't ever broken out throughout the day on the triggers. And now we're starting to break back down. Are we going to come back down to this trigger? Are we actually going to break down, or are we going to rotate and start to go up? Either way, one side of these is going to take out one side or the other, and it's either going to break down or a break up. Now there is support levels down through here that we're going to have to watch. Here's your midpoint from the last week that we're going to come in and play with, and if that's the case, then those are strong support zones. You also have a strong support zone here on the breakout. So that is about it, guys. We'll go ahead and catch you on the next recap for tomorrow, and hopefully got a little bit more energy once the longer time frames kind of help decide and give us a clearer picture of what's going on. So like and subscribe. We'll see you guys here in the next recap, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks, guys.